We were doing, when we were transitioning from one superintendent to the next, we had a transition meeting. They probably met twice a week, maybe, at least. So in real estate, we meet weekly with a subcommittee that meets. William, I hate to pick on you, but in terms of some leadership from the board, a subcommittee that can take that and put some definition to it, so they can report back to the board and we can be better about the execution of this. So, Mr. Pearson, would you be willing to do that?
I believe that they committee.
Okay, great. We don't need to vote on it either. You just point. Okay, so that's item number 6. Moving on to item number 7, items for consent. You've received all, all right. We moved item number 8.02 to 6.02. Audio enhancement intercom system for high school connector building at CASA. I'll yield the floor to Mr. Zach.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It actually was not presentation. It's the continuation of what we have, the audio enhancement system at the school. Kind of we're adding extra things for the connector and the CASA building. So it will also help us with the strategics. So the initial plan when they build the connector, the audio enhancement, so it's our PA system, bell system, speaker system and microphone system at the classrooms and the hallways. So it was not included on the admin. So we now planning to put on connector build speakers and all the audio enhancement system so that they can hear that PA system, bell system, also adding at the CASA. So this is a quote, it was actually over there, so you can see that in root. Also, it will help, how I mentioned with our project in strategics. It's kind of, this is the continuation of what the project we already have in all district schools. This one here, it was just actually.
That's why I moved it up this year. That's why.
All right, so I'm sorry, Pat. You were, so it's a continuation, and I'm trying to, what are you presenting to us? What do you want us to?
So, I'm seeking to your approval this 2 quotes so I can move
Okay.
over.
Okay, what is the amount of it?
One of the connector building, I think it's around 20.
So this was information that was.
Yeah, this one is CASA building, and we have this is all classroom packages called, including PA, bell system, cameras. This one, the 49, and the other one is, I think it's 29 something. It was connected building. It's 21. For the connector building.
Zach, is that, for those who cannot see that, you're asking us to make a motion to approve 2 proposals. Is that correct?
Yes,
One
sir.
is in the amount of $21,000.
$21,000, 21,081 dollars
Okay.
for the connector.
And the second,
The second one is 49.
$49,739.21
For CASA.
for CASA.
For CASA building.
Yes.
So which covers the first floor and second floor, all.
And just for the record, this was provided for us ahead of time. It just wasn't in the agenda at the right place. So the board did receive all of this information ahead of time. Is that all we need? You're asking for a motion. I move to approve the two
Items presented.
items presented.
It's been moved and properly seconded that we approve the items as presented. Any discussion? None, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same privilege. The ayes have it. So,
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. All right. To item consent. You've been presented with the items. Approve the items presented.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded that we approve the items with consent. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same privilege. All right, moving on to board comments, board announcements, comments, beginning with Ms. Alex.
Thank you for the endless support. Next week, I have a few friends and we're going to Springfield, Missouri to compete in post-art. Awesome. I don't know if this is the right time to say it, but I want to say it. We need to bring back truancy for high schoolers. Not even just high schoolers, but middle schoolers too. But we need it. Backbone and support at the high schools. Yeah.
Thank you. Ms. Pearson, thank you.
Okay. Good evening again, everyone. I want to say congratulations to all our scholars. We nothing but negative things about our school district. And today we spent a good amount of time on the positive things, from our early learners to our high schoolers. So congratulations to them all. I do plan on watching Mr. Daniels' film, Missing in St. Louis, because that's a heavy topic in our community, in our neighborhoods, in our city, in our country. And I've personally seen his work with the middle schoolers, his curriculum, and he's bringing different light to those students. So thank you to him. We also have some things in public education in St. Louis and Missouri that is being brought to the legislation, pending bills. The open enrollment, which we've talked about a lot today, voucher tax credit bills, and the expansion of charter schools. I just ask that if you all could contact your representatives, ours in this community, 24-1, Kevin Wyndham, Dale Taylor, and Yolanda Fountain Henderson. I have two personal things I just want to address. Last month, I lost a pillar in my family. My grandfather passed away. And I want to say thank you to my board members, especially Ms. Williams, Ms. Taylor, and Mr. Roberts. They showed up to the services. And my board members and our superintendent who showed me love during that time. It was needed. I appreciate you all. I want to say that personally from my heart. Thank you. And a shout out to my daughter. Tonight is her second night performing with Drake, J. Cole, and Blue Dirt. She was able to meet them, and she was the only urban school student out of the group of kids there. And J. Cole stated, I don't know much about your school district, but I know that y'all need help and y'all are in the process of working. This man does not live in St. Louis. I've never met this man a day in my life except for yesterday and today. So to me, that says a lot. We speak so much on the negative things of our school district that we do not address the positive things. And our kids are going places. If we can hear from the negative things, and go to the positive things, we will be right on track, but we have work to do. I'm in for the work, and that's all that I have today.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Ms. Williams.
I too want to congratulate all our students and our staff members who were recognized for their achievements this evening. I really want to thank the staff who support these group students and encourage them to reveal their excellence. Chef O'Bannon, Coach Baker, Mr. Christian Kasane, I think his name is, forgive me if I mispronounced it. Ms. Winkleman, Ms. Dancy, Ms. Jones, those little babies. I mean, they get a good start. I'm telling you, a few years ago, I looked at the kids who had higher experience in early childhood as opposed to those who did not. Those children, all the way through third grade, outperformed those children who were not in our school childhood program. So thank you for getting those kids off on a good start. And thank you all the staff who supported our efforts. I don't know who you are, but they needed support, they got it, and they won. So I thank them as well. Now, and as far as Mr. Daniel, Ms. Pearson has told me how wonderful he is. $3 to rent, $9 to buy. Just a little commercial here. So I just thank all of you for the work you're doing. Our children need you, and you always step up. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Mr. Humphrey.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say congratulations to all the students that were graduated. And I want us to continue the conversation within the district. We talk about the fact that we have some bridges of excellence, that we have spots that are doing well. We need to start connecting the bridges. We begin to make further progress. Tonight was a very interesting meeting for me because always focused around student data and the content of driving work. So I look forward to us beginning to take a closer look at our data, find out what's working, what's not working, because show that we can win. And so together we can do that. I'll finally say, you know, I mentioned months ago, Dr. Ron, I'll paraphrase a quote he says. He said, we can, wherever and whenever, educate all children that are of interest to us. We already know more than enough. The only fact that remains is how do we feel about the fact that we haven't done it already. So I ask that we would all reflect on that statement, because we got lots of work to do. If we put our shoulders to the wheel, we're going to get there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Humphrey. Ms. Taylor.
I think the state of Missouri should think about that too. Go on.
Okay.
I'd just like to say thank you again to all of the staff and to our superintendent, to the board, to the community, to the families, parents. I heard Ms. Teresa say, we have heard nothing but negative reports on the news media, and we were not allowed what the news media says to dictate who we are. We are Normandy, and we are Normandy strong. We are here because we support Normandy. We support our children, and I want to say we support the staff, the teachers. We support each and every one of you. And so on tonight, I just want to say, and I don't know who penned this, but I want to say it. Keep doing what you're doing. And we see that Normandy is turning around. It is turning around. It doesn't matter what the media says. We are turning around. And we see that our children are learning. The numbers may not be where we particularly want them to be. The data, Mr. William Humphrey, may not be right where we want it to be, but we know that it is turning around. And so I just want to say on tonight, do what you do, keep doing what you're doing, and remember that quitters never win. And guess what? Winners never quit. You all are winners.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor. Mr. Hopkins.
To everything that Kirsten said, thank you for allowing us to share in your joy. Kirsten. I think it's emblematic of our community. They say that diamonds are made under pressure over time. I am feeling a lot of pressure, and I'm very sensitive to the amount of time that we've been under this pressure. But it's encouraging to me to know that we still have educational leaders who know where change begins. It's in the relationship between a teacher and a student learner. So I want to herald our pre-K principal, Dr. Payne, who's been here with us tonight, who has made a purpose of celebrating our preschoolers and reminding us of who we serve. I also want to acknowledge Dr. Nate, who has been here with us, who has also helped us celebrate the wins that happen in our district. There is good news all over our district. There is district, and it is encouraging to me. So, with that being said, I just say thank you to all of you for continuing with us as we make it through these times of pressure, and I can't wait for us to get our shine back. Thank you.
Part of the fabric of Normandy is passion, energy, commitment. Oftentimes, that passion and energy can be mistaken for tension that's unhealthy. And it manifests in many ways. I think that I've seen some fine examples, and we need more examples of the ability to de-escalate a situation when passion and commitment is mistaken for tension is not healthy. Excuse me. So, and then there's also a lot of leadership, a lot of bold leadership. But the common denominator of all of that should be empathy. Let's lead with empathy. Let's demonstrate empathy in every situation. Because I think when you demonstrate empathy, it yields a more productive outcome. And something I would impart on you tonight that I always say to myself, if I can think of a problem, then I should come up with 2 or 3 solutions. And if I can't, then be quiet. Thank you.
So it amazes me how as soon as you do that, one thing is amplified. What's even more amazing is that we play into it. We have glorified. When I walk down that corridor, I don't see one adult wreaking havoc. When I'm in schools, I don't see one adult bringing weapons and using them on students. I don't see one adult fighting students. I see kids doing that. I often hear our adults say, "What are you doing about this problem?" The question is, what are we going to do about this increase in violence in our schools? It's not a Normandy school collaborative issue. It's every one of us in this Normandy footprint. This is our issue. We need to stop saying, what are you going to do, and start saying, what are we going to do? And we need to make something happen when we use that terminology, what are we going to do? when we talk about cyberbullying, I had a conversation with some students earlier. And they were wondering why people go to jail for cyberbullying. And the misconception is cyberbullying means you're threatening people over the internet. Well, what they forget is cyberbullying can be used to embarrass, intimidate. Is a form of cyberbullying. Anything you put out there that promotes negativity towards a person is considered cyberbullying, and you can receive just as much a consequence for that as anybody committing itself. My ask tonight, if anyone's looking at the live stream, parents, community members, help Normandy Schools Collaborative decrease the number of violence in our schools. Do your part. Ask your children before they leave home. Look at their temperaments. Check their bags, whatever that looks like. Allow them to leave home as students, not angry students, not emotionally disturbed students, not students who are hiding things in their bags, so that they can come to school safe and be safe around people. Staff people need to feel safe as well. This is not just an issue for Normandy Schools Collaborative to take care of. All of us have to take care of this. So let's stop saying, Normandy, what are you going to do? And start saying, Normandy, what can we do? That's why we have parent committees, so that we can stop all the bickering and start coming up with solutions to problems. So if you take anything from this message, it is, what are we going to do, Normandy? I'm strong, all of this, but I hear people saying it. It's time to do it. Too much talk.
Triplet, with that, we have some items to discuss in executive session. I'm going to turn the motion to move to executive session.
So moved.
Second.
The moving probably second that we move to executive session by roll call, Ms. Briggs.
Ms. Pearson? Ms. Williams? Mr. Humphrey?
Yes.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Hyde?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.